during the what was the year?
It was the first world record in Nazaré in 1 of November of 2011.
When was 2011, and here was the headquarters
Yes.
of the meeting of how to maneuver the waves, how to deal with the waves. And Celeste would be cooking for all the surfers. Did I learn my lesson well, Dino?
Really well.
so that they can all come here to eat, the surfers, after the meeting on the beach, to come here to eat. So this is wonderful. It's a from generation to generation history as well, right? So, and Celeste will cook for all of them, for dinner, for lunch, because they will spend hours and hours on the beach trying to understand why those waves were so big and how to maneuver on these giant waves, correct? Am I correct? Yes. So I'm talking to Dino right now, but you will meet him a little bit further later. He's going to tell you all about Nazaré and those captivating waves. But there's more than Nazaré than just the waves. And Celeste is one of the icon ladies that if you're never visiting this area, please come here to our restaurant. She will treat you as she was, or she is your mom. So do not hesitate to come. Thank you so much. Can I give you a hug? Thank you. So I would like to welcome you on this 6th episode of Accessible, where we are going to see, hopefully, we are hoping to catch some majestic waves. So we are in Nazaré, the power of Nazaré. Today we don't want only to talk about the waves, but also the city. And I'm so happy to have today our guest, one of our guests, Mr. Dino Casimiro, who works as a technician for the surfers at the City Hall.
Yes.
You'll be able later to describe to us a little bit what you do. But Dino has been with us now since a few hours already to take me around this beautiful city of Nazaré, like I said, with loads of culture and traditional blend with modernity and the surfing activities. Dino, welcome on the program.
Thanks for the invitation. I hope that you enjoy Nazaré.
We are enjoying Nazaré, we are enjoying your company, and we are here with the crew who I would like to thank.
In front of the cultural center, it was the place where they sell the fish.
Okay.
In the ancient, the fish was sold in the beach.
In the beach.
Yes. And then they bring the place to sell the fish over there.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's the cultural center, and in front you have the boats, the ancient boats that they used to use to go to the ocean to catch the fish. And even you have lifeboats, that it was really important, because over there in the middle of Nazaré we have an area that it was really normal for the boats to turn.
Yes.
And sometimes the lifeguards they were called to save the lives of the fishermen. So it was really difficult because that area was really near from the shore. And all the families were waiting for the fishermen to come. And when the boats turned, the families were seeing their sons, their husbands dying in front of them. So it was a really tough time until we built the harbor. And the harbor changed that. And then Nazaré became not only a fisherman village, but a fisherman village with some sons or some men going to the big boat.
Look at those magnificent boats. So tell me, this will be the boat that the fishermen will use?
Yes, these big ones,
Yeah.
Especially the one at the right, it was the boat for the lifeguards.
Okay.
And the other ones are the traditional boats, the ones in the middle, that it was the ones that it was used in the ancient without any motors, only with the strength of their arms. And then more to the south you have the new generation of boats with the motor that were used to catch fish near the shore. Here it is the explanation of the lifeboat.
Yes.
And can you imagine, this boat goes to the ocean only with the strength of the arms of the fishermen.
Can you believe that? Can you believe that? So Dino, can you please explain to us, you were talking about that a little bit. So as you know, here we have one of the highest waves in the world. And please tell us, you are the expert on that. Tell us when this was discovered.
Okay, the giant waves were always here. Okay, everybody from Nazaré knows since ever that we had really big waves. The fishermen, the ladies, their wives, their families, they know that it was a really tough beach to go to the ocean. Especially in the winter, because in the summer it's a really nice place. But the thing, it was when I was a kid, I was always passionate about the giant waves that I saw, and it was normal for me to go to Praia do Norte and to see those waves alone. And I was always thinking that I want to share that with everybody. So I kept thinking how to do that, and on one day in 2005 I took a really amazing picture, and I realized that we need to try to do different things and to take advantage of the giant waves. So as soon as I arrived home and I saw how perfect and big that wave was, and because I knew that they were starting to surf giant waves with the help of the jet ski in Hawaii, I make a search and I try to find a surfer that has the knowledge to surf the giant waves. And I found Garrett's website. Yeah, and I sent him a simple email with that picture inviting him to come.
Yeah.
And since 2005 and 2010 we kept talking. I always send him some pictures on the biggest days and with perfect wave, and he always respond to that. And then in 2010 we decided to build a project.
Perfect.
To explore the giant waves, that it was called North Canyon Project, and we decided to invite Garrett to come.
Perfect. We are here still in Nazaré at a beautiful site called Bienvenue, and we're still with Dino Casimiro. Tell us what we are seeing here now.
Yes, this is the chapel that the knight Dom Fujoropinho, after the miracle of the Lady of Nazaré,
Yes.
built to thank to the Lady of Nazaré of being alive. They tell that the statue of the Lady of Nazaré was hidden during a lot of years here in the small.
I don't know, we're going to try and see if we can see downstairs and if we have enough lights or not, but
Yes.
I'm going to follow you.
Come.
So we are going back now in century. Oh wow, look at this. This is amazing. So small.
This was the place where the original statue was hidden during a lot of years, and this was the beginning of the miracle of the Lady of Nazaré.
And back then, this was just there was on the cliff,
No
nothing,
building.
no building,
Yeah.
right?
Only just the spot, and with the statue hidden, and only the priest will know where it was.
Where it was, yes. And people will come here to ask for
The
what
protection.
the protection and for whatever else they
And
wanted
then
to ask.
after the miracle,
Yes,
Dom Fujoropinho,
yes,
to thank, he built this tiny church.
tiny little church.
But
Yes,
after Nazaré became really known because of that. Even a really famous navigation commander
Yes.
that we have over there,
Yes.
before went to the discoveries, he
Yeah.
came here to ask the protection of the Lady
Of
of
the lady.
Nazaré.
Yes.
And after he discovered India, he came here and he put this to
This
say
cross
thanks
to say
to the
thank
Lady
you.
of Nazaré. Antes, before the first trip to India,
Yes.
Vasco da Gama came to Nazaré to pray to the Lady of Nazaré for protection.
For protection. As you know, Portuguese people, they always went to discover the world, discover a lot of countries and continent in the world. So Vasco da Gama, he came here to ask for protection before going out on the sea, on the Indian Sea, and discover India. Hello, you're going to be in the camera. Look at him. He's just a guest who invited himself to be interviewed as well today. So, tell us about Nazaré. You're going to be able to discover this magnificent view of the Silver Coast of Portugal, Nazaré. It's a gem. It's really a truly beautiful gem. And here you have all the little houses, which is the village, right?
This is
you know.
the beach of Nazaré,
Yeah.
the main area.
Yeah.
Over there on top, we have Pederneiras.
Yes.
Where we are is City.
It is amazing. So you see, so can you explain to me what we see and where is the canyon? So we still have our guest here.
Okay, here we can see the main beach of Nazaré.
Yeah.
Okay. At the end of the beach to the south, we have the harbor.
Harbor, yes.
Okay, of Nazaré, and in front of the beach of Nazaré we have Nazaré Canyon. The Nazaré Canyon is 200 kilometers long, and the deepest point is 5,000 meters deep. Okay,
5,000 meters deep. Okay.
so all this big hole in the middle of the ocean brings all the energy, all the swells, and the waves that are on top of this big hole don't lose any energy. And when the waves arrive near Praia do Norte,
Yep.
they bend and they divide themselves in two, and
Yep.
they meet in front of the beach of Praia do Norte on
Yes.
the same spot.
On the same spot.
With the help of the right direction,
Yes.
the right period,
Yes.
the right tide,
Yes.
the right winds, it will increase a lot of the size of the wave. And if we have a wave of 10 meters with another wave of 10 meters, and when they meet on the same spot, they produce a frame with 20 meters.
With
wave.
20 meters waves. So, and tell me, how do you now, because with the technology of our days, can you predict now, and do you call the surfers around the world? How do you manage, how do you monitor this?
Yes, now we have new tools with new technologies of forecast. We have a lot of sites, a lot of information. We even have the support of the Portuguese Institute that will give us all the swells, all the directions of the swells, and when we will have big or giant waves.
Yes.
And all the surfers, all the communities, they will know the day and the hour they catch the plane, travel, and arrive to Nazaré before the arriving of the giant waves.
Yes, yes. And before the arriving of the giant waves, so they are being told, and they're all catching a plane from all over the globe to be able to come here and to thrive on those waves that can be deadly because it is dangerous, right? So what
really
kind of safety precaution do you have? Do you have a team that is been trained?
Yeah, all the teams have to be ready, okay? They have to have a complete team. They have to have 2 jet skis, 2 drivers, 1 surfer, and even 1 spotter.
Yeah.
The spotter will be in the lighthouse or a zone near the area of Praia do Norte with a radio to communicate with each jet ski where the waves are, where is the surfer, if you need to go out or to go to the inside to help in terms of safety. But also the surfers need to have special wetsuits, special vests, special equipment to protect them. And to help them to come to the surface as early as possible.
Yes.
And one of the main things are inflatable vests
Yeah.
and wetsuits that have foam that will protect them
Yes.
and will help them come as fast as possible.
Yes. And then when they arrive, those jet skis, they're actually safeguard, right? They know what to do if somebody is drowning or somebody is not responsive.
Each team are responsible for the surfers and for the team.
Yeah.
But the city hall has a special device with lifeguards, with swimmers, with spotters, with even with tractors and 4x4 to help all the teams that travel all around the world to come and surf the giant waves, to have the help that they need on the beach.
On the beach, yeah.
If they need something, we can advise, or we can call the fire department or take them to the nearest hospital as soon as possible. And we are ready to help them the best as we can.
Yes. So as you can see, so those waves will be here, Dino, correct? Like exactly here.
This is the canyon.
The canyon
of Nazaré, and the waves will bend. And they will go to the Praia do Norte.
Yes, this is the Praia do Norte. This is where the waves will arrive.
Yeah.
Like a tornado. Right? Only Gareth McNamara will be able to hold it. But now you have more and more surfers able to
of course,
to stand on those waves.
The beginning, it was Gareth with the help of a team of Portuguese and Nazaré people that had a project that was called Nazaré North Canyon, and it was the exploration of the giant wave. After we proved that the giant waves were surfable, a lot of teams start coming, and now the best big wave surfers in the world wants to be here all season from 1 of October to 31 of March to catch the biggest wave.
The biggest wave ever. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you for explaining this wonderful. And now what we have behind us, it's amazing too, because we have a little city. So this is the church that the lady at the city hall was telling me, correct?
Yes. What happened? It was the lady of Nazaré was.
Yes, I'm going. Thank you so much.
Was starting to be so known everywhere.
Yes.
That a lot of pilgrims start to come here. So they need to build a bigger church. To keep them during the night for them to sleep. Because we are talking about 5 centuries ago or more. They need to travel a lot of days. And when they arrive here, they need to get rest and sleep. So a lot of people were coming from all over Portugal to ask the help of the Lady of Nazaré.
Yes, so maybe you could see a little bit here that what Dino was saying. So it's and you have around people still wearing the traditional dress, and this lady here is quite cold, but they are wearing. And what are they selling here? What is this that they are selling?
This is dry fruits. That is a typical selling things that we normally sell. It's in Nazaré, but also in other parts of Portugal. But here it's really typical.
It's really, really typical. Very nice. And you have Gareth. with a lady of 7
of course
7 petticoats here. Really nice.
The place where I took the picture to send to Gareth, it was over there.
We are going to walk now to the spot where the first waves that you captured with your camera a few years ago now, that will put Nazaré on the map of the surfing worldwide, because nobody knew Nazaré before that. And then out of the sudden you took this photo, because like you were telling me, the waves were always here. But then one day, please tell the story.
It was simple. Since I was a kid, I always saw the giant waves going to Praia do Norte. I was always passionate about that. And it was really normal for me on the giant days come alone and go to the lighthouse to see the giant waves. And I always wanted to share that with the world.
Yes.
And I start coming here a lot of times, and I bought a photography camera, and I start to take some pictures.
Some photos, yeah.
And in 2001, on a really, really big day, I was here alone with nobody, and I was looking the waves arriving to the streets in Nazaré, and I looked to the right and I saw on the horizon a big giant wave coming.
So it was over there that you saw that waves. Yeah.
Over there on that corner, and I took a picture of a giant wave.
So we are with Dino Casimiro, who discovered the first wave. At least you didn't discover it, you put it on the map, you did something about it to show the world. From here, he took his camera, simply take the photo and send it to America.
Yeah. And when I saw the picture on my monitor, immediately I thought that that wave could be surfed with the help of jet skis. And I make my own search, and I found most of the most important surfers in the world. And I saw a website of Garrett.
Okay.
In the right corner, I saw it email, and no way, how is this possible? And I pressed, and it was Garrett's email, and I thought I have to send him an email with this picture inviting him to come. That it was in 2005. He responded me immediately. He was really interested, and we kept talking, and I kept sending some pictures during all those years. And even one day he called me saying that he wants to come, and I told him, no, Garrett, this is not the right time, but I will tell you which day will be. And in 2009 we had here Mike Stewart, 9 times world champion.
Wow.
And a giant swell enters. And we were talking with Mike Stewart, and we asked him, Mike, do you think that these giant waves could be rideable? And he told us yes. With the help of jet skis, with the right team, that could be surfable. And we have all of that. We only need the surfer, and then we build the North Canyon project, and we invite Garrett to explore the giant waves. Yeah. And now Nazaré is famous.
Now Nazaré is famous, and Nazaré is a wonderful city, beach town, and majestic waves that is like really captivating when they, unfortunately now we don't have them, but I'm sure it will be maybe tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. But again, this is nature. It was supposed to be today, but it's not today. But at least we are here. I'm able to really be so privileged to be able to speak with you, because I have watched you actually on HBO, 100-foot waves documentary, and I know the story about you seeing the first wave and sending this photo to Garrett in America. And from that moment on, Nazaré was not a quiet place anymore, but still charming and very, very nice. So,
and you can feel the magic.
Oh, I do. You totally feel the magic, the mystic, the tradition as well of this city. Tell me, Dino, what do you hope for the future of the waves or Nazaré, the city itself?
I hope that Nazaré can take the right advantage of that. We have to have balance between tradition and the future. We have to understand that balance, and we have to give the opportunity for the people that live here to have a better life. And we have to prepare everything to receive the foreigners that visit us with quality, to enjoy this beauty of nature that Nazaré is. We have a lot of work to do, but I think that the most important, we have it here, it's the beauty of Nazaré.
It's the beauty of Nazaré. It's a true gem, really a true gem. So if you are visiting Portugal, it is a must-see destination. It is a must-stop destination, really, because I think we know Porto, we go to Lisbon and all that, but this is just 2 hours away from Porto. So there's an international airport from Porto, or you can also land in Lisbon and arrive here. Nazaré is actually in the center of Portugal.
Yes.
So
you have so many beautiful places near Nazaré to visit also.
Yes.
You have Óbidos, You have Alcobaça, Batalha, Orem, Tomar,
Yeah.
and Fátima.
Yeah.
And you even have the possibility to go to Serra da Estrela
Yes.
to visit our biggest mountain.
Our biggest mountains, yes. I'm hoping to do another episode over there where will be some snow, because believe it or not, there's snow in Portugal. A lot of people doesn't know that, but we do have some snow in Portugal. Thank you so much, Dino. Thank you so much. And
It's a pleasure.
I don't know how to even wrap up this beautiful episode, because it has been magical the whole day, all the time, the lunch with you. It's pity Garrett couldn't be here because he went back home to Hawaii for the holidays. So hopefully we'll get to speak to him as well some other time. But we definitely will do more episodes here to see more of the Nazaré. I will keep in touch with you. Look at this scenery over there.
Yeah.
This is the mountain that continues, or the hills that continues up until over there.
You have Peniche at the end.
Yes.
You cannot see them, but
Yes.
you have. And in the middle of the ocean, you have the islands of Berlengas.
The islands of Bolengues that nobody knows. And you can see the creek here. It's wonderful. It's really magical. And what can we wish you for this new year 2025?
I wish everybody health,
Yes.
without wars and without hungry in the world.
In
Only
the
that.
world. Thank you so much. Really appreciate coming here and having you as our host and having this beautiful tour with you of your beautiful, magnificent city. Try to keep the tradition, try to keep the culture as much as you can.
Yes.
And I know, of course, as people discover Nazaré, it's normal you're going to have more and more people coming in here. But if everything is done in an order, with respect of the tradition, everything,
Of course.
I think you should be able to manage what you're trying to keep, to
And
preserve.
I think that we even take advantage of that
Mhm.
because receiving a lot of foreigners,
Yeah.
it's the best way for us to show our tradition.
Our tradition. So really all the best, and we'll keep in touch anyways. We're going to continue monitoring Nazaré, the waves, the city, because growing is changing, and well, we have to progress with our time, but this city really trying to keep the tradition alive. So thank you so much again for joining us with this episode today of Dino Casimiro. You can go on HBO and there's a lot of documentary on how he discovered the big, huge wave the first time when he captured the photos and sent it to America. And I'll give you a big kiss. I send you all the greetings for this new year to come. I will see you soon, of course, to our next episode, and have a wonderful night, wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Thank you very much for my accessible. Bye-bye. Traditional outfit.
A Nazaré é a praia mais linda da praia. É a Nazaré.
The most beautiful beach in the world. This is what-
Très joli.
Très joli. Merci.
Très joli.
Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Well, yeah, thank you. Thank you.
English?
Speak English, yes. And if you need any information or
I walk the
you can
room.
come.
Ana minuto para louco. Se tudo, se não tudo, não problema. Amates. Planta. 40, 50.
Thank you. Thank you.
Obrigada.
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 Muito obrigada.
Tonho, tomar ruim, Tonho, se fores ao mar, Tonho, fico sem ti, Tonho, ai, Tonho, tomar chamado és, ai, Tonho, nem umas meias só para os pés. Adeus Maria, que eu vou para o mar, buscar sardinha para ser rainha, ela é fresquinha, é como a prata, não tenhas medo que o mar não mata. Anda para aqui, Tonho, não sejas mau, Tonho, não irás mais, Tonho, ao catatau, Tonho, ai, Tonho, tomar chamado és, ai, Tonho, umas meias só para os pés. Olha, meus amores, quero desejar um bom Natal e um ano novo cheio de felicidades e amor e carinho para toda a gente. Adeus, meus amores. Ai, que linda.